XTY.
And welcome to another beautiful day in the city of Baltimore. We are at Suite 207 East.
What?
This is XTY.
Rewind.
Where we at?
Suite East 207.
Fuck my life. If they put it on the envelope, the mail lady gonna know where to go. Anyway,
I'm gonna need you to get it right though.
I'm sorry. Let me rewind. Welcome to another day in the city of Baltimore. We are at Suite East 207. This is XTY. I'm TN.
And I'm Ayoka T. Price.
Hey y'all, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
We haven't done this in a minute, it feels like. I'm excited.
We
are
haven't.
on episode number 20, so you know what that means, right?
Anniversary. We made it through 20 episodes. That's it. We made it through 20 episodes working with Lite Work.
Yes.
Remember like episode 1, but I was like, he fucking get on my damn nerves too. I agree to shit. But now we love him. We love you, Lite Work. We love you.
He hates that.
He don't care. It doesn't matter. All right, y'all. So listen, before we get into today's show, remember, y'all can check us out on Facebook, Instagram. Do we have a Twitter?
Yes, we do. We do have a Twitter.
At
XTY.
All right. And also remember, subscribe.
To our YouTube.
YouTube, Ask TY. Make sure y'all do that. Come on. Support a black business. We are a black business. We are a black business and we need your support. So make sure y'all subscribe to our page.
Okay.
Is that it? We don't have no promos for no parties because your craft feast is over. Like we need something that we gotta come up with, like something that we need to promote.
I was thinking about doing like Sunday brunches. Maybe once or twice a month. Do you think that's a good idea?
That's fine, but
XTY present.
they better not ask me to cook the shit because I like my eggs dry and damn near burnt and my bacon extremely crispy and my sausage burnt. And they're going to be mad if I get behind the grill. So, the little grill. Alright, so listen. I'm excited. Today's the first day of fall. You know what that means?
What?
It's cuffing season, sis. It's cuffing season. It is cuffing season. Listen.
I am a Christian, wholesome woman.
What kind of Christian?
I don't know nothing about cuffing season. I don't know nothing about.
What kind of Christian?
I'm the new era, new creation. I don't know, type Christian. I don't know. We don't do those things over here. Only you are interested in cuffing season.
I am. Listen. We got to get into this TY segment, but I'm so excited because it's cuffing season. We prep for this shit all summer. Like this is what
Who prep for this shit?
Me. We prep for this shit all summer. Women, we prep for this shit all summer. You know why?
Why?
Christmas is coming.
Oh, the holidays.
Valentine's Day.
No.
Thanksgiving plates. Shit like that. Like we prep for this kind of stuff, ladies. We do. Well, not Thanksgiving plates. I just kind of prep for that because I'm fucking greedy. So I just want plates from all over the world. But Christmas gifts, Valentine's Day, cards, flowers, like this is the time. I don't. But I have a starting lineup.
I was about to say, because I thought that we had to do the starting lineup first.
And the starting lineup has dwindled down. It started off a little rocky, around the beginning of the summer. It was a little rocky, And then towards the end of the summer, it got a little bit better.
Okay.
And it's looking really, really good. And I just have a good feeling about this winter. Although the last time I got excited about cuffing season.
What happened?
He's 2 years old. So we can't get that excited.
So you had to take a little break, huh?
Right, from it.
But now you're back in the playing field.
I am, and I feel good about it. Like I'm really happy. And it's not just what's in my glass. So we're gonna get into these questions for the day because they actually surround cuffing season.
Okay.
We have put it out there.
Okay, what the fuckery is all about.
No, it's not even fuckery. It's asking about how we feel about it, how we actually get into it. Like they want our advice about cuffing season. Now, I kind of don't want to give it because I feel like, my history with it is not the best. So, 1 minute I'm relationship.
Right, that's what I'm like.
Because one show I am relationship bashing. The next show I'm supportive. Mm-hmm. The third show I'm bashing. And it kind of goes back and forth like each show. So it looks like I'm a bit like unbalanced in it.
You're torn kind of.
Right, I'm torn. But I think
want to be cuffed.
Right, but I think I was torn because it was the summertime.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I think it was summer. Although, during the winter I was a little bitter. But I was
all her truth.
I think it's this conscious reveal some things. But I think I've come full circle and realized that I'm excited about conferences. I'm really excited. So the question actually was, how do we prep for cuffing season? Because we do a lot of man bashing on this show. We do a lot of man bashing too.
I don't think I do a lot of man bashing. In my opinion,
I don't think my partner. Like, we rock together. We ride together.
I think I'm all for like black love. I think I'm all. I don't know. I mean, Lite Work would say something totally different because the faces that he is making behind the camera is saying that I
don't even want to know about what Lite Work is about us. Because he's with us a lot, so he knows.
I feel like I'm all about black love, and I don't know about. What's your advice? Maybe I can piggyback off of you.
Cuff.
How do you prepare?
Your starting lineup starts in the summertime, sis. Listen.
Well, I'm behind because
listen.
I'm a little behind.
Listen, I'm about to tell you. I hated that whole hot girl summer thing. I thought it was the dumbest shit in the world. It's the dumbest shit in the world. But I think it was a way of just saying, like, this summer is about me. Like, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to vacation. I'm going to work on me. And then I'm going to do me. So that's what you feel like hot girl summer. Yeah, like that's what I thought it was. Oh, okay. In a way, but in a wholesome way. And then go ahead. Take off for the ladies. That's what we supposed to do. It was in a wholesome way. Like, listen. For the 40 and over crew, this summer was about working, making money. We don't have to depend on anybody. Like, this shit is about us. Like, we did us all summer long. Yeah. We vacationed. We went a bunch of places. We did a bunch of girls. What? I had the dope ass party. You had a dope ass party. Like, this summer was about us. Right. The wintertime is coming. Ain't nobody gonna be the fuck outside. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we did all of that we were trying to do. You gonna be outside? Because I'm but we did everything that we were trying to do. Then, the wintertime, we want to be laid up. We want to watch movies and cook dinner and make plates. Like, we want to do that kind of stuff. Until the spring hits. Right. And then the springtime, you're single again, sis. So the point is, you start cuffing season, like, you start prepping for it, like, what, April, like, late March? Because that's when it starts getting warm. It starts getting warm. So I thought during the summertime, that's your starting lineup. So you start actually prepping for it. I thought the summertime, that's when you go and you're prepping for it, but you're prepping about it. You are getting your starting lineup. You all the dudes that you think you're interested in. Okay, I got it. I understand. Getting your starting lineup in order. Your starting lineup. And even when they start around with these dudes during the summer, hold on, are we supposed to be letting this out? This is confidential information. They are dumb. They're not going to. Next summer, they're going to come and they're going to be like, "What's up, TN?" Okay. So, the summertime comes and you entertaining and you having a good summer. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't text you back. I had some things going on. Oh, I have a child. I couldn't text you back. Oh, I have to work. I couldn't text you back. And that's what my voice is. Okay. For the whole summer. I couldn't text you back. Oh, I'm busy. Had to work. I'm a mother. What do you want me to do? I'm sorry. And that's what happens for the summer. Then the wintertime comes and you're like, all right. Well, the fall. Then we get the fall. Right. Okay. And then you're like, you know what? You may not be that That's bad. The phone call sound. Bingo. What you gonna do? There you go. And usually starts off I thought you forgot about me. No, I just had a lot going on at the time. I had a lot going on. I'm a single parent. My job, I started a new position, so that's a little busy, and I just
And then go from there.
And you go from there.
Because homeboy already trying to cuff too because...
Bingo! Because you keep calling.
Perfect match.
Bingo. And that's how we actually do it, right? So once you're actually cuffed, what is it that we do, T? Because I haven't been cuffed in so long. Like,
so
do
what
you
do you
spend
do?
time? Like, do you spend time? Like, that's one of the questions. Like, are you in a relationship? Do you spend time? Like,
see, because technically when I think about being cuffed, it's not necessarily saying that we're in a relationship. It just means that you my wintertime boo. Right?
Wintertime boo.
Yeah, because you're not in a relationship because y'all not establishing nothing. Because once it starts to get warm again, then that means what?
You start picking fights, ladies.
You sound like a straight nigga. I love it.
Listen.
I love it.
Listen. I'm trying to prep us because this is the season that we get excited about all of the Christmas gifts, Valentine's, and we meeting families.
But hold up, I thought that's around the time when arguments break out, around Christmas.
No, it's usually not.
Okay.
Because they want to make it through the whole entire cold season. They want to make it through all the way up to the spring. Right. So then, listen, I'm trying to drop a little bit of jewels.
Okay.
Because
she teaching me something because I'm confused about the whole dating thing.
Why?
I just don't know. Like, the way dating is set up now, I'm confused. So what happened to the dating? We just jumped straight to cuffing?
You've been dating all summer.
We just jumped straight to cuffing?
You've been dating all summer.
But no, really, technically, I was out living my best life.
Then you were still dating all summer, T. You were texting in between living your best life.
Texting, that's it? That's not dating.
Maybe hanging out, maybe having drinks, maybe eating some food and some wings, some fries. But you were dating all summer.
And then we get serious. We push it up a notch.
Right. Nobody's going to go out that much during the wintertime. Okay. Yes, people going to be at parties, but you know that we don't like the cold. Too.
Right.
You know we don't like the cold. So we're not going that many places.
Got it. All right.
You see what I'm saying? Do you think I get it? I mean, this is my philosophy.
Look, I'm trying to understand it myself because I just don't get it. I don't understand the whole terminology or anything for cuffing, for dating, for all of that. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Like I told you, when we talked on our last episode, we was with Natural and Naked.
Yes, we did.
Then I'm not newly divorced, but I've been divorced since 2017, so I'm kind of confused about how things work. I really am. I'm like, what's dating?
Like this.
What's dating? What's cuffing? What's this? Like, where do we, it's all blurred.
I think it's all in the same thing. I think that cuffing, I think it's all like, it starts off as we're dating, and then the actual cuffing part starts. Like, we're cuffed.
And I'm to the
there you go. We cuffed. XTY's cuffed. Bingo.
Okay.
We are as one.
I come over and watch movies and shit, and you're gonna cook for me yourself. So that's what that means.
Not you, but somebody.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right, but not you, but somebody.
I can spend a night.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I had my little spend a night bed that I can
Yes, but you gotta take it with you.
No,
for the first couple of months.
Keep it there. Yeah, like I can just keep
for
it
the first couple of months, like you gotta take it with you.
Okay.
Because we haven't been doing that all summer.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So who's trying to be my candidate?
The point is, ladies, it's cuffing season. Listen, ladies, it's okay. It's okay. You want to be bunned up, you want to be laid up, it's okay, ladies. It's okay.
Just don't put a bun in the oven. No babies. Buy your cuffing, nigga.
The men do it all year round. Ladies, this is our time. It's cuffing season. This is XCY. I'm excited. Find your boo. Because I'm going to find mine. Just for fall, winter, spring.
Dude.
All right. We're going to be back with Micaiah Jones. This is XCY. I said his name right because he told me. Fair man. Peace. We'll be back. I'm T. All right, y'all. So, first of all, let me just vent really quick. T always asks me to make her drinks. Oh this thing done made a whole punch that has caused a lot of confusion during the break. Never again. I'm done. You on your own, sis. All right.
Thanks, sis.
So,
Jones. She taught me that. The 2 ounces and all that other stuff and the measurements.
Yes.
So
You're out of the trust circle. You're out of the trust circle. All right, so as y'all can see, we have our guest. Micaiah Jones is in the building. I said your name right. But you know I've been calling you Michael for the last week or so.
I'm glad we avoided
Michael?
that.
I thought it was Michael.
I think I was saying Micaiah. So I gotta add that.
Micaiah with a little at the end. So some of you, as you should know, because we should always support a black brother that is trying to do his thing.
Right.
You have seen him in
Doing
Treme.
his thing.
Right, he's doing his thing. You have seen him in. Am I saying it right?
What's that?
Treme.
Treme, yeah.
Oh, God, because I fuck words up a lot.
You good.
Treme, The Wire.
Yes, man.
What else? You worked on the 12 O'Clock Boys.
That you just read.
Huh?
So we just read that.
Wait, it's a second one?
It was a documentary versus the fictional version.
Okay.
We just finished the fictional version.
Oh, I didn't know about the fiction.
Me neither.
We gotta get into that really, really quick.
Right.
And also, last but not least, but the best part of it is he is the producer of The Lost Kings.
One of them, yes, man.
One of them.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Lost Kings.
One of them. So we gotta get into all of that first. All right. Well, actually not first. We're gonna get into that next. But I do have some questions because I kind of got this.
Okay.
Blaming on his fronts is seeing his fronts. So we're gonna start from the beginning. So you are actually an actor,
I am.
right?
Yes.
How did that start?
It was years ago. I was driving tractor trailers.
Which years ago?
Right.
17, 18 years ago.
That is years.
Okay.
That's much years ago.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about my 17 years. I'm like, ooh, I was living my best life. So
Yeah. I was young back then.
Okay.
I was driving trucks, and I was headed to down south for deliveries. We left on Mondays, came back on Fridays. It was a commercial on 92Q, talking about a film coming to town. Send your picture in, and I called home, asked mom to get the picture off the mirror and send it in for me, and they called the following week. Unfortunately, I was on the road. I was heated.
Okay.
I was felt
And so you couldn't really do the call and all that.
But they was like, no problem. You can come in next week. So I went in next week, did a little audition for them, and it just took off from there. Got a part, but I wasn't, they didn't tell me about it until after the fact. They brought me in as an extra to watch their financial compensation on their end, of course. When you're young, they will take advantage of you. Read everything you can.
Knowledge means drive. Message.
What I noticed was when I came back after the second episode that we filmed, everybody was just showing mad love on, saying, "Hey, Micaiah," and I'm looking like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, the big actors is speaking.
So I have a question. I don't mean to cut you off, but what type of role was it? I know that you said it was an extra, but they were showing you love. So what type of?
What happened? And that's where I was going with it. What happened was I was casted as Little Man. However, at the point that you inform me of that information, you have to pay me compensation for that.
Okay.
So what they did was they didn't even tell me initially. So I didn't even find this out until the 5th episode. So understand that the first 2 that I was in, I should have been making more than I made.
Then you were.
But I mean, it's all good because it worked out in the long run. I wasn't ready. So like I say, that big actors were speaking, and I didn't know why they was being so friendly to me. And I was like, yo, I love set life. Like, oh, okay, everybody. Little did I know, the part of the show that they had already filmed was dealing with my character as far as dialogue, pictures, and some more. So where they had been looking at my pictures for the last 2 weeks, spitting whatever line about Little Man that they had, I was unaware of. So then when I came back, of course, they felt like they knew me because they've been looking at my picture, and they knew the workings of how the script was around my character. So, and then of course they finally informed me of that information, and it took off from there. It was a good experience. Good experience.
Yeah. So that, I mean, in saying that, it's like, it's what still inspired you to want to do it, right? Like, it's just something that came from.
And I just want to piggyback off of that because you see a lot of different acting calls, and they put them on Facebook, they put them on the paper, they put them everywhere. And I've seen them, and I'm sitting there like, no, I'm not doing that. But what made you want to just jump off like, nah.
Well, so understand that I wanted to do this when I was a kid.
Right.
I used to watch TV.
I
used to watch TV when I was a child. You know, I'm 42 now.
Mm-hmm.
So understand, I was watching TV as a child. In my mind, it was the depiction that was given to us folks. I wasn't happy with it.
Okay.
I'll tell you, and thinking about it now, I didn't even realize that back then.
Right.
But thinking about it now, I realize, and you'll understand when I say what I'm about to say. So back then, I used to say to myself, I'm going to paint myself white so I can get on TV.
Right.
Because as far as the way our folks were depicted on television, I was, at a child's age, I didn't like it.
Right.
And I was like, I want to be on there, but I don't want to play them roles.
Right.
You know, but as time has progressed, I've seen the progression of television. And fortunately, things have come around or shifted slightly, so we are in a better position with the roles that we get to pick on television and things like that. But yeah, it started when I was little. It was just something that was always in me. I always wanted to do it.
So did moms like try to put you into acting classes?
Nah.
It was just something.
Yeah. Like I said, I heard a commercial on the radio.
And then
Send it in.
So when you spoke about your part as little man, I'm telling you, I was sitting here in my head. I don't know if anybody caught it. They probably didn't. Light Work may have caught it, but my eyes started going because I was like, I remember that part. I remember that part. So my question is, like, you did it, like, did you just kind of just jump inside the role, or because it was very natural, like it wasn't as if.
Well, that was the thing about it. When you're talking about Baltimore streets, I'm from Greenmount Avenue.
So you were good, like you didn't go into it right. You looked as if you were acting.
So they was like, yo, you playing the heavy. You gonna be a hitter, this, that. When they finally explained it to me,
that's
it
what
was
I'm saying.
like okay.
Right.
And actually, in the commentary from season 1 and the commentaries when they do the talking, they're in the background and they're like, some of those guys are from the streets, and they say that as my scene in episodes, I think 4 or 5 is up, and I'm looking like all of us on the corners is from Baltimore. You know?
I gotta go back and watch because I just literally sat and watched the whole season. Not the whole
I love
season.
The Wire.
I was in and out of the season.
But I love The Wire.
But just recently, so now I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta go back and rewind. So
I love The Wire, and now that he's sitting here, of course, I have to go home. I gotta get on HBO and be like,
I will say at that point in time, I was like 349 pounds. So you're gonna do a double take.
Got it. That don't mean nothing because we can see faces.
Yeah, no doubt. You'll recognize.
And that's a good thing. So once The Wire was over, what was after that?
Work. I went back to work.
Like a regular job. No. And I hate saying a regular job because no job is regular. If you like it, I love it. So I don't even want to say regular job.
No. I didn't
like it.
I didn't want to do anything.
Right. Well, then I didn't like it.
I only wanted to be on set, but I need you to understand my son has been with me since he was 18 months old.
How old is your son now?
He's 21 and he won't get out of my house. But, you know what I'm saying?
I love to see a black man.
18 months old, you know, he's been living with me. So it was more so I needed to do everything I needed to as a man financially and moving like I should to set everything else up to fall in place for a win.
And so you went and just got a regular 9 to 5.
I've had several since then, but what I will say what has been the greatest blessing for me was after they killed my character off, I was able to transition to behind the camera.
Okay.
So
which we get to the producing and the directing.
Right. Years later, you know what I'm saying? Initially, I transitioned behind the camera and into the security gig. So now I'm babysitting all of the big stars. I'm acting, I'm talking,
still
I'm holding.
But you're still building those things.
I'm holding real conversations with these people. Go ahead.
So let's talk about the producing part because I know that you said that you are the behind the camera. No, that's you are down. You are behind the.
Now producing skips about 15 of them 17 years now. So you just went to almost to the top of the mountain without me climbing the mountain. But then
let me start in the middle of the mountain. Let me start in the middle of the mountain.
It started with security though. It started with they killed my character off. The wire cord traction. Understand I was getting little roles here and there, different things. HBO has always showed love, as you see, like with the Deuce and all that. That's people from way back then as well. So every project that they've ever done, they reached back out and brought us along. They brought me along for Treme. I lived down in New Orleans for 3.5 years. It was a great experience. You know all that. We got to work on. We worked on several other sets, big movies at the time. Got to meet people, make connections. But basically, they have paid me when I haven't been in front. Behind the scenes to just sit back and absorb as much as I can. I observe well, I analyze well. I can sit back and look at, it's always easy to look at other people's problems and come up with solutions. So you give me 10, 12 years of that, you paying me $15 to $25 an hour to sit back. And in my mind, I'm solid. But you got to understand, I see the problem that is opposing the situation.
Yeah.
And I see how y'all are losing your minds trying to fix it. But if you just do this and this, guess what? That solution is finished. Now, it's been times where I have spoken up to folks that I built relationships with. And they'll sit back and be like, and I see them slide that answer in there without giving me credit for it. No big deal.
You know how that
I
goes.
know it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Henceforth, like I said, you fast forward till now, I was able with Lost Kings and the team that is assembled to bring this together, I was able to bring those big set points of view and problem solving criteria and issues and challenges that you run into to be able to solve those problems to this. So it's like we hit the ground running.
So I want to know about Lost Kings, but do we have enough time to actually go into it?
No, we got to check with Lite Work because I feel like it's still so much more we got to get into. We don't got a lot of time, but I feel like we got to talk about the transition from acting all the way up to producer. Like that's just a big thing in itself.
That's absorbing everything I could.
Yeah, like that literally is like a big jump from actually being in front of the screen. Do we have time, Lite Work?
Well,
see, we got to take a break, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back shortly with Micaiah Jones. This is XTY. Stick around.
I told these niggas I wasn't playing. I told the city I had them forever.
Every king got his journey. Just ain't the same for everybody.
I need to get like 100 M's. I used to have like 100 something friends.
Shit, some niggas become president. The rest.
I bring a killer to each event. I show you how it really be in the trenches.
Shit, niggas look around.
What you do to that nigga, cuz?
We're gonna do this one for the North. Let me tell you about a savage coming straight from the North. Back in second grade when I jumped off of the porch. Mama used to say don't bring them hoes in the house. You disrespect the king, I'll stick this gun in your mouth.
I never said you couldn't pull the trigger. That's the easy part.
Once upon a time when I was selling them drugs, kept the 4 nick, I had it loaded with slugs. Trapping at the BP, it was just me and cuz.
My pain away. I got problems. That's my pain away. I got problems. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And we are back. We are back. We are back. We're in the building with Micaiah Jones,
Yes, man.
producer of The Last King. Lost King. See, if this.
She's enjoying herself.
I was fussing about it during the break. Y'all, I wish y'all could breathe here during the break, but we're going to come back. So, producer of.
An actor.
Yes,
of
let's.
Lost Kings.
The most current project is Lost Kings, the series, which is season 1.
Okay.
It's up on YouTube now. It was written and directed by a gentleman by the name of Terrence Smalls. T, what's up, baby? 89
Hey, T.
Brown.
What's up, baby? I don't even know you.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
What's up, boo? I love you already.
You're going to feel like you do know him.
I love black men. I
Take a
love
watch
fucking
at
black
it.
men.
You know, I helped produce it. The executive producer is a gentleman that I met on the set of The Wire.
Okay.
His name is Michael Faulkner.
Mm-hmm.
I met him about 18, 19 years ago. Right after they killed my character off, like I said, I transitioned over to the security guard. I'm there, babysitting everything, getting breakfast in the morning. This white guy looked like Jesus. I'm sorry, it looks like the depiction that they paint of Jesus.
Right.
That ain't Jesus. Jesus is.
He just kept saying good morning though. And I'm just like, what's up, buddy?
That is him.
You know, getting breakfast, he just kept
He had
speaking.
that word for you.
He kept speaking, and he really did. You know what I'm saying? He's from the Midwest.
Okay.
So he had a different outlook or point of view than I ran into than the majority of folks. Like I said, we started talking. Henceforth, 20 years later, we ended up with Lost Kings, came all the way around. He gave the opportunity. He was able to rally with the relationships that he built, with the relationships that he helped me build with folks on the big sets. We were able to rally with them. Terrence came to him with an 8-page script. They got together, went over it. He seen a vision in it, and he loved it, and he reached out to some folks. Him and Terrence was able to turn it into much more than 8 pages. I ended up coming in, chimed in every which way I could. He called me just for fight coordination initially. And once I read it, it was like, nah, let's do this. How can I help? Allow me to help, you know what I'm saying? And I will say, with the team of us, we had a young lady by the name of Latanya. If it wasn't for her, she took care of all the scheduling. Everyone really came together. Henceforth, you got that. The cinematic view of Lost Kings is wonderful.
So I have a question before we
Go
get
ahead.
into the show itself, into the
Yes,
series itself. We said a lot about you being a producer. And I guess my question is, what exactly does a producer do?
Produce.
Right. And I'm
Go
only asking that because you think about a writer, you think about a director, you think about all of that.
I got you.
Right. So that's why.
So more than anything, the way it works out is, what does this project need to move forwards? So what do we need to come up with to move forwards with this project? Henceforth, you produce as a producer. So look, this is the problem at hand. Well, let me produce a solution.
Okay.
You know, some put up money if that's the problem at hand. So fix that. The solution to that is that executive producer is given to the person who does that.
Okay.
So understand, you know, the financial end and what needs to be taken care of. He steps up and he says, well, I'll take that executive producer joint. And then you have your producers, your co-producers, your associate producers, and all of those people that are getting those titles understand that in order for you to see what you see on screen, they had to put their pieces in place behind the screen.
In order for it to become something.
Right. I was able to pull in folks that I knew that were assets in reference to what we needed to keep the project moving forwards. That way I was able to produce those things. So it all came together with the team. Like I said, myself, Mike, Terrence, Latonya, that main core, and then a host of other folks came along as well. And they just came along and it worked out.
So tell us about the Lost Kings.
I actually want to know what your role was in.
I played a gentleman by the name of Winston.
Got it. Winston.
So he is one of the catalysts in the situation. He starts off the whole thing. I don't want to give too much to
because you want
folks
people
out there.
to
Go
tune in.
YouTube, Facebook.
Lost Kings, come on, y'all.
Lost Kings, the series, season 1. It's up right now. But it's basically, as far as Winston is concerned, he's one of the narratives or protagonists that keeps the story going along. But the story itself is in reference to a young lady that has a natural ability to get herself out of the inner city with this natural ability. Unfortunately, her brother falls into the life of these streets. He's murdered, and at that point, you know, it's up to her to make the choice to continue down this path of using your natural ability to remove yourself, or do what everybody that you grew up with is telling you to do, or they expect of you.
I love stuff like that, and I really was like, oh God, because I love stuff like that because it really is a Baltimore tale. Like I love that kind of stuff.
But it applies everywhere.
But
it's too many of us that come out of these urban areas in the inner city that never get the opportunities that we truly deserve.
And corruption and
listen,
addiction
I'll say this.
and just everything
I'll say this. I would not be sitting here with you guys today if it wasn't for 17 years ago, somebody that I never met making a decision to bring that show to Baltimore. Because it changed my life.
I love that kind of stuff.
The key to that, and me being able to sit back and see that, that's what I want to provide for others. With this team that I have, that we've come together, everybody's on the same page. If we can help change lives, and we don't, what does that make us? So guess what? We're going to help change lives. Bottom line, at the same time, it's going to improve us to be better people individually. And at the same time, we can reach out. And I've said it, I say this over and over and over, but how many of them young men in the hood have the most steadiest hands you have ever seen? But they'll never get that opportunity because it's not here. Because they're confined to this area. If we can take something as wonderful as filmmaking, immortalizing each moment that people are on set, and give back to these young folks that have a narrow perception of life, we can change so many people. It starts at home. It starts at home. It starts with with the neighborhood that you're from. We also quick to get a couple of hours and move out. Now I understand why. I'm not saying that, but at the same time, if you can help people and you don't, what does that make?
And I had posed that question in my alcohol and substance abuse class. It's like, when we actually decide that we want to get out of the neighborhoods and out of the communities, what do you do? Like, what is the logical thing to do is to move out, because it's like being a part of that neighborhood is like, it's just too much. But is that taken away from the community? And it's taken away from changing lives, like you said.
And I was going to say, a lot of times when the problem is, a lot of times when people people move out and they remove themselves, they literally remove themselves.
Yeah.
So they are not a part of anything. They don't want to deal with anything. They don't want to be a part of anything, and it kind of takes away from everything that he's saying because you're not really helping. So
they just become another statistic.
Yeah.
Just another headline that you just happen to be scrolling like, oh, yo, that happened to him. When you could have determined that.
I'm
definitely see it every day.
We see it every day because we moved out of the same town, literally, and
we was in deep.
And I thought
helicopters flying at 1 o'clock in the morning and shouting in our bedroom.
And I'm like, it was my last straw, and I'm like, I need to get out. So of course I'm moving far deep into the county at this point. But then at the same time, I'm thinking in my mind, like, well, I'm still running my businesses in the city. I'm still putting back into the community in a way, but I choose not to live there anymore because my post-traumatic stress syndrome does not allow me to live in the hood anymore.
Post-traumatic stress?
It's some deep stuff going on. We done seen a whole lot of stuff in a year that we didn't live in the same time.
We'll get into that the next
But I do like, exactly. But that's, I guess, the spinoff that I do like about Lost Kings is that it's actually showing a more positive light to. So we get to see the realities of Baltimore City streets, or you can relate it to whatever streets it is. But at the same time, we're looking at somebody who's actually trying to come up out, you're saying, of her situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know,
to be more than what
it wouldn't be a show if you didn't have that crossroad. You got to take a decision.
It be just like showing just the bad parts of.
I would think that you have to have that because the common, I don't want to say look of like the common belief about Baltimore is that we are the most ratcheted ass city in the whole country. And in paper, we may be. Number wise, we may be. So I appreciate that. And I'm saying number wise, we may be.
I got you, but now you do realize, and I know both of you already know, all that the media posts, the numbers that they put up, the things that's put out on social media, regular news, all that in reference to Baltimore, all that's on the slide.
That shit is hyped up. That's what I'm saying.
On the slide.
That shit is hyped up.
It's to make it appear a certain way so that the other demographics outside of these inner city areas, it's like, I don't want to come in there. Oh, look what they doing. At the same time, you know, you're not showing the positivity of the situation.
Right.
But the problem is us. Yeah. The problem is us. Why? Because positive stuff people don't listen to. And what do y'all listen to?
Right.
That negative.
Exactly.
That ratchet.
Every day, all day.
Come on. As soon as somebody put up fight videos, they got
everybody going like they don't want to watch the positive
when you start talking about building generational wealth, people don't want to hear that.
They really don't.
Because they think it's outside of their mindset.
And I'm not trying to you know take away from what you said, but that's why I think that it's such a good thing that you are out there, you are trying to act like you are doing your thing. And I say that because a lot of people get caught up in that I'm in Baltimore, I'm not gonna go nowhere, let me just get this regular job. Let me just do this regular thing. I'm not gonna be this, and you're sitting there like, yo, it's so many different things that you can actually do, but we are so conditioned that we don't think about everything that's outside of that box. Right. And that's the part that I love when I see somebody stepping outside that box. Right.
Now, the problem with that is, you know, unfortunately, that way of thinking was set up long before anyone in this room or watching even existed. And we've allowed it to carry over. Right. We have to break that at home first with our children. I had two parents that from the day that as far back as I can remember, they reared me to be an individual. They reared me to be different. Right. They reared me to stand on my own 2 feet, to accept my own responsibilities, to know that every step I take, every move I make put me in this situation, as is every step I take put me in with you guys today. Don't accept this responsibility. There's too many men that's milking off of females that are willing to go out and
work. That's a whole nother show. But whole nother show.
They not men.
That's some ain't shit. We gotta get you back on here because that's a whole nother. That's a whole ain't shit topic. And you ain't even getting into that. Rock them plugs and them affirmations because we gonna get into that ain't shit. Are you gonna come back to XCY? We're not gonna have any punch. We're not
y'all can drink all you want.
We're not. I'm drinking water. Next time I'm drinking water. See, fuck this. I'm not. Fuck this punch. So we're gonna get into them affirmations. Tell us who you are, then followed by some affirmations, and we gotta get you back here.
Okay, wonderful. My name is Micaiah Jones. You can reach me on IG, Facebook, of course. Facebook is under Micaiah Jones. IG is under _Lucky Lil Man. That's Lil Man, of course, from The Wire, and then Lucky from a film that I did called Thug Life All in the Game with my man Gary Ugert. I went from one line of that to the cover art, so I had to make that my name. Other than that, as far as looking for me, you can go on Amazon, throw in my government, Micaiah Jones. It's a ton of movies on there. M-I-C-A-I-A-H. M-I-C-A-I-A-H. You can type that in, just Google it. All that stuff come up. It's several films for sale. I got some other projects coming up. I got one that I'm really waiting for. It's in post right now. I'm really waiting to drop with my man Wavy. What's up, Wave?
Hey, Wave.
I get a chance to play the devil, a little bit of different spin on it. But as far as actually out there, it's about 12 or 13 films that you can order online today. Bring me in or look up on YouTube and all that. I appreciate these two ladies for having me on here. Thank you, ladies. I truly enjoyed myself. And thank you to anybody that made it through this whole interview and watched.
So enough of being positive. Can you give us a positive information? Because you gave a whole speech. Bro. Come
Gave
on.
a whole
Positive information. Just say something. Just say something. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Bingo.
See, she won't even let me finish. But we about to get it. Watch this. Happy Monday at Ask TY. Thank y'all for tuning in.
That was amazing.
Oh, all right.
We got 4 minutes.
Okay.
Information.
I am. No,
Damn, she hit me.
Just always remember that you can do any and everything that you inspire to do, that you put your mind to, and just always, too, on top of that, remember that everything is always working out for you. Peace.
Yes, and ladies, don't forget. A wise man once said, I'll say it again. I said it last week, I'll say it again. Don't stop, get it. This is cuffing season, ladies. This is our time. This is XTY. I'm TN.
Hey, I'm Micaiah Jones. I just finished the 20th episode of Ask TY with these two beautiful ladies. Please log on, follow, subscribe. Make sure you check out what they got going on all the time. They're coming to you live every Monday. Tune in, check them out. Like I say, Micaiah Jones. Find me on Facebook. Under that, you can find me as _Little Man Lucky on IG. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you.